everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Reeti and I am back with another lecture in the SQL series. So in the last set of lectures, we got to know more about types of constraint followed by keys in SQL. In this particular video, we would be learning about one of the key, that is foreign key, in more depth. So without any further ado, let's get started. So before starting with foreign key, let's just re-revise some older concepts. So in keys, we learnt about two types of key. The very first one was the primary key and the second one was the foreign key. Now what is primary key? Primary key is a key which uniquely identifies all the records, or we can say rows of a table. Now consider that there is an employee table. Now in this employee table we have some attributes such as employee ID, employee name, employee salary, employee address. Now in this particular table we are treating ID as the primary key. So we have fed the details of employee 1, then employee 2, employee 3, followed by all the employees which is present in the organization. Now if I want to identify employee 1 from rest of the employee, would this ID be helpful to me? So the answer is yes. The ID would be helpful for me to identify employee 1 among all the employees which are present, because primary key says that if we are declaring any of the key as primary key, it is always unique as well as not null. So what does this mean? Uniqueness here means that ID cannot have any duplicated values. So employee 1 and employee 2 both can't have the ID as 1. It is not allowed when we are declaring ID as the primary key. So ID cannot have duplicated values. The second one is not null. So ID cannot also hold any null values, because again if I am holding ID as null here, so it won't help me to differentiate between all the employees, because for employee 2 the ID is null. So null values are not allowed and duplicated values are not allowed whenever we are assigning any attribute, or we can say set of attributes, as primary key. So primary key help us for unique identification of all the records which is present in a table. Now let's move to the foreign key. So what is foreign key? Foreign key is a key which help us to establish relationship between two tables. So whenever consider there is a database, and as of now I am taking school database as an example. So in the school database there would be multiple tables. First one would be the student table, second would be the course table, third would be the teacher table, and so on. Now the student table and course table have a relationship between them. So the course table basically says that which particular student has opted which particular course. So this course tables helps me to know that if a student has opted a course of, let's say, course code as 100. So what are the course details, like what is the course name, who is the course teacher, and much more thing. And then this teacher table also have a relationship between the course table. So basically the course table tells that this particular teacher is gonna teach that particular course. So somehow we can see that there are some relationship which is established between different tables which is present in our database. So foreign key help us to establish a relationship, or we can say link between two tables. So whenever we want to establish a relationship or link between two tables, we use the foreign key concept. Now let's see the example which is present here. So there are two tables, first one is student and second one is course. So what is the first thing we will do? We'll identify the primary key of both the tables. So here you can see that ID is something which is unique for each and every student. So here ID is acting as a primary key. Now coming to the course table, here you can see that course ID is unique for each and every course. So here we can make course ID as primary key. Okay. So here course ID is acting as a primary key, here ID is acting as a primary key. Now you can see that this particular ID tells about the student ID, that for Rahul the student ID is 1, for Raj the student ID is 2, and for Reeti the student ID is 3. Now in this particular table, if I add one more column which is of ID, like which is, you can say, roll number, like consider this as roll number, student roll number. So if I add a same column here, student roll number, so I can know that okay, a student with roll number 1 is having a course ID 100, is opted Hindi as a language or as a subject, and the teacher who is teaching is Ram. So basically this particular ID column is helping me to establish a relationship between these two tables, because from here I can see that okay, the ID is 1. So here if I come, the ID is 1, the name is Rahul. So ID1 name Rahul has opted Hindi as a course or as a subject, and the teacher who is teaching is Ram. So a relationship between these two tables are established. So this is called as foreign key. So foreign key is a key which references to the reference table and act as a primary key in the reference table. So whenever there is a foreign key which is present in another table, it is kind of acting as a primary key in the table to which it is referencing or to which it is establishing a relationship. So as of now, course table is establishing a relationship with student. So there is a key which is present, which is kind of primary key in another table. So this key is acting as a foreign key, because this key is helping me to map all the details which is present in the course table to the student table. So there is a relationship which is established between table T1 and T2, which is student and course. So whenever a table which is referencing to another table, that is called as referencing or child table. So whenever we are having a foreign key in a table, that table we can call it as a referencing table or child table. Now what is this child table? So you might have heard this parent-child inheritance. That child always have some properties of parents, or child inherits some properties of parents. In the same way here, child table inherits some properties of the parent table. And whenever there is a foreign key which is present in child table, it is referencing to one of the table, that is called as reference table. So whenever a table is being referenced, it is called as reference table, or we can also say that it is called as base table, or we can say that it is called as parent table. So we can name it as base, referenced, or parent table, and the table which is having foreign key and which is referencing to other table is called as referencing or child table. Now foreign key help us to perform operations related to the parent table, such as joining tables or ensuring referential integrity. Now what is this referential integrity? Consider that there are two tables and they have a foreign key relationship between them, or they have established a relationship between them. This is also having a column as ID, and here also we are having column as ID, which is acting as a foreign key here and which is acting as a primary key here. Consider that in this ID, if I update ID from 1 to 2, so this particular 2 should be updated here as well to maintain the data consistency, because consider that someone makes a query here and someone uses the same query for here, that give me all the details of a person whose ID is 1, or give me all the course details of person whose ID is 1. So here 1 is not existing. So here it will say is that okay, you are making a wrong query because 1 is not existing, but here it will give the detail. So basically data is kind of inconsistent. So we need to maintain the data consistency, that if anything is updated here or considered deleted here, that should be done same in the another table, or we can say the child table. So if any of the update or delete happens in the base table, that needs to be done in the child table. So that is called as referential integrity, basically maintaining the integrity of data, all the tables which is having a relationship between them. Now the query to any column or attribute as foreign key. So we give create table and then we give the table name. So consider that there are two tables. The first table we are calling as base table and the second table we are calling as child table. Now this table is already existing and this table we are making it new. Now this particular table has base ID, consider name and other parameters, and here base ID is acting as a primary key. This particular child table is having its course ID and now it's having a base ID which is acting as a primary key in another table. So this is a foreign key which is referencing to the primary key of another table. So we'll give create table followed by the child table name. Then we will give all the attributes which are present here. So child ID, then we will provide the data type, that this attributes would be taking only these values. So we will provide int, and here CID is acting as a primary key. So we will provide this primary key constraint as well. Then we will provide the base ID and then all the values which is being accepted by the base ID, that is integer. Then we will give this foreign key, like we will tell the database that this particular column is going to be my foreign key. So I will provide this foreign key name and then I'll provide that which column in the child table we want to be a foreign key, that is base ID. So I'll provide the base ID, and then here I'll provide references. Okay, I've made the base ID as foreign key, but I have to tell the database ki, okay, this particular ID is being referenced as foreign key, but which table it's referencing to. So I'll give this references, and then I'll give the table name, that is base table name, and then which column this foreign key is referencing to, that is base ID. So in this way, while creating a table, we can declare the foreign key. So let's see from the MySQL workbench. So here I am creating a database of school. So I'll just execute the command. So I've created a database of school. I'll just do a refresh all. So here a database of school is created. Now I'll create a table student which will be acting as a base table as of now. So I'll just run the command. Okay, so we are getting an error, no database selected. So why we are getting this error? We have created the database school, but I haven't told the server that if I want to create the table, in which particular database I want to create the table. So no database has been selected. So we need to execute this use command. So this will tell the server ki, okay, now all the operations which are gonna happen will happen in this school database. Now you can see we have got a success. Now again we will run this create table student, and here you can see we have got a success. So once I do a refresh all, here in the tables I can see a table with the name student is created, which is having columns as ID and name. ID is acting as a primary key and name is another column. Now I am creating a table course, which is a child table which will be having foreign key, which will be referencing to the primary key of the student table. So what I'll do, I'll just give course, and then I'll give course ID, integer, and here in this particular table course ID is acting as a primary key, so I'll give primary key, and then I'll provide the ID which is coming from this particular student, and it is taking integer values, and then in the last line I'll provide that ID is a foreign key, so I'll provide ID here, and then I'll provide that which table it's referencing to. So references, and then I'll provide which table it's referencing to. So it's student, so I'll provide student, and then I'll provide the column or the attribute which it's referencing, so that is ID, and then I'll just execute this particular query. So you can say I've got a success, and here I'll do a refresh all. So here you can see that two tables are created. First one is student and second one is course. So course is having ID as a foreign key which is existing in the student table, which is acting as a primary key there. So now let's see about cascading in foreign key. So just now I explained about referential integrity, that if there is any update which is happening in the base table, same should be happening in the child table, or if there is any delete which is happening in the base table, same should happen in the child table as well. So cascading are a set of rules which dictate what action should be taken automatically when a referenced row in the parent table is modified or deleted. So whenever there are two tables, first one is the parent table, second is the child table. So whenever there is any kind of insertion or deletion which is happening in the parent table, same should happen in the child table as well, as they are having a relationship via foreign key. So there are ways in which we can achieve the same to maintain the referential integrity. So there are three ways to maintain the referential integrity. First one is cascade. So if a row in parent table is updated or deleted, all the related rows in the child table will be automatically updated or deleted. So cascade says that if I give cascade command, what it will do, that if any of the attribute here or any of the value here is updated or deleted, same will happen in the child table. The second one is set null. So if a row in the parent table is updated or deleted, all the corresponding foreign key values in the child table will be set to null. So consider that in the ID, I have updated the value from 1 to 1a. So the same shouldn't be replicated here. Either what it will do, that ID is updated from 1 to 1a, so it will set a null value there, saying that this particular value is now been updated, and now for now we have set the value as null here. So foreign key values in the child table will be set to null. Now the third one is restrict or no action. So what it does, it blocks the modification or deletion of a reference row in the parent table if related row exists in the child table, thus maintaining the referential integrity. So if I provide this command at the last of creation of table, what it will do, consider that there is a ID which is here and the same ID is present here which is acting as a foreign key. So what it will do, that it will not allow any kind of updation or deletion happening in this particular ID table, because it will somehow affect the ID which is present in this particular table, that is the child table, and it is acting as a foreign key. So it will basically block the modification or deletion of the reference row in the parent table. So it will just block the modification of the ID which is present in the reference table. Now how we can achieve the cascading in foreign key? So these cascading action helps to maintain the integrity of data across related tables in the database. Now there are two ways in which we can achieve this cascading. First one is on delete cascade and second one is on update cascade. So what does this on delete cascade does? So the on delete cascade clause indicates that if a row in a parent table is deleted, all the corresponding rows in the child table will be automatically deleted as well. So it says that if I am writing the query in which I am referencing a attribute as foreign key, if at the very last I mention this on delete cascade, it will make sure that any of the data which is deleted in parent table will be deleted in the child table as well. What is on update cascade? So the on update cascade clause indicates that if a row in the parent table is updated, all the corresponding rows in the child table will be automatically updated. So it says that if there is any kind of changes or any kind of updation which has happened in the parent table, the same would be reflected in the child table. So while creating a table, at the very last we can provide this on update cascade, which makes sure that if any of the value which is updated in the parent table, that is the base table, the same should be replicated in the child table as well, thus maintaining the referential integrity. So this was all about foreign key in this particular video. I hope you like this video. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're someone who is new to my channel, can go ahead and check out the tech content first, and if you like it, can go ahead and subscribe. Also, if you have not followed me on my social media handles, you can go ahead and follow me there, because I regularly update content on some of the resources, some of the job opportunities which would be very helpful to you. Till then, take care. Keep learning, keep growing, keep smiling. Bye all.